What's up everyone, it's Betsy. Welcome back to my small little corner on YouTube. I'm so excited to talk about this topic. For those of you who don't know, I just became a US citizen not too long ago, and this video is all about that. I'm going to talk about my journey and answer some of the questions and if you're nervous, if you're becoming a US citizen, if you have your interview coming up, don't be nervous. This video is gonna help you out and hopefully calm some nerves and let you go in there with confidence. And then you kind of get to see my journey. I vlogged a little bit of it. So yeah, let's get into it. For those of you who don't know, I'm Mexican. Viva Mexico! I was born in Acuña, Coahuila. I don't know why I did that. That's a small little town right outside of Del Rio, Texas. We're border people. Somos de la frontera, norteña, hecha derecha. I'm very proud of my roots. I've been living in the United States since I was 2, and without aging myself, that's like 28 years. And I don't know why I waited so long to become a US citizen. I think it was like a combination of nerves, not really knowing and kind of being ignorant to the process, and just kind of being content for a little bit on where I was. Making that jump was a little more simpler for me because I didn't have to go through the process of becoming a resident. My mom did that for me when I was little, or she did that for herself, and then as a minor I automatically became a permanent resident. But what I can say is that the application for my citizenship was very thorough. The questions that I had to fill out were my background as far as where I worked, where I lived for the last 5 years or so, if I left the country and how long I was gone, where I went. So it was a lot of background questions. The application was pretty explanatory. It was pretty straightforward. I will say though, I was a little nervous kind of filling it out, and part of me did think about getting a immigration lawyer, but the cost of immigration lawyers sometimes can be so expensive. So I'm going to do my best to try to put some resources down below in the description for those of you who may be thinking about becoming a citizen and maybe want that extra kind of cushion of an immigration lawyer. But if you speak English, read well, and can get through the application by yourself, it's nothing that I would spend a lot of money getting an immigration lawyer on, unless you're just completely uncertain of some things, which is fine. After I filled it out, I had to pay the application fee, which was around $750, I think. Maybe it was I'll put the correct number right here, but it was $700+ for the application fee. So I'm not gonna lie, I definitely filled out the application online, tucked it away on my account, and just kind of sat on it while I saved up that money to spend, because it was just a lot. It was a big chunk of change to kind of throw away into the abyss and not know what's going to happen, because that's just the application fee, right? That's not to say that you're going to actually become a citizen. That's just for them to review your application, and then they can accept or deny at any point in the process. The time in between getting my interview and when I paid the application and I got my interview was about a year, because I applied in September of 2021 and I got my interview in mid-August of 2022. So it was about a year. The best way to go is just submit and forget, because when I got the letter that I was gonna get my citizen, or that I had my interview, I was so excited, but at the same time I was so nervous. In the letter they give you your appointment date, and it's 2 weeks out, so you have 2 weeks to kind of study for the test. And it is, let me tell you, it is a hardcore civics history test, right? give you 120 questions, or there's like 120 questions in the little booklet that you now can find online. But it's 120 questions. Of those 120 questions, they only ask you 10, and of those 10, you only need to get 6 correct. 120 questions. And that's a range from like history, like Civil War, like who won, who presidents lost, long kind of stuff, representative, members of the House. Like, how many? When I tell you, I was completely lost. I'm pretty good at history. I've always been kind of fascinated by American history, and not in a like romanticizing kind of, oh, this is so cool, but more of a like mind-boggling kind of like, what? Why did we do that? It was just like the civics part of it that I was like, what the fuck? So that was a little stressful. I only had to answer 6 questions because I got them all right. So they didn't have to ask me the 10 questions. That's another thing. Once you get 6 questions correct, they don't even bother asking you the full 10 because why? You've already passed, right? So that was I was like sweating bullets. And then of course we did like a reading test, which they just make you like read like a small sentence, and the sentence is different every time, but it's basic stuff. It's not going to be like, therefore thou shalt not. It's not going to be any of that. It's going to be like, this color is red. So you you read out a question, and then they give you the answer, and you have to spell out the question. I'm not gonna lie, I was paranoid because my spelling is equal to that of a 2nd grader in honors. It's like not quite 3rd grade, but close to it. That's my spelling vocabulary range. But once you pass, they give you a recommendation. So they'll say like, I recommend you to become a citizen, and they send your stuff off to other people, and then you get scheduled an oath ceremony. Mine was literally 2 weeks after I took the test. So yeah, now you get to see my journey as I take my oath. Good morning. So it is the morning of my oath ceremony for my citizenship. So far I have gone to my interview, and I obviously passed. I would show y'all that, but the footage of it was just not great. As you can see, it's like overexposed, and it just wasn't working. So I definitely want to take y'all on this journey with me. It is about 6:30 in the morning. I have to be there at around 8:45. Luckily I live in New Orleans, so the city that I just have to go downtown, you know, because that's where our immigration office is. But for those of you who don't know, like anybody living in Louisiana, for immigration reasons would have to come to New Orleans, and that's kind of where the process can add up, because not only do you have like the application fee, but you know, you have to take into account like traveling, hotel expenses if you you know, if your interview is like early in the morning, or like right now our oath ceremony is early in the morning, so those coming from like up north, or those having to travel like 5 hours, you know, it was probably smarter for them to come last night, you know, get a hotel or something. So stuff like that adds up. So when people say that, you know, this process is long and expensive and stressful, like that's definitely part of it. So I've already like taken a shower, brushed my teeth, I'm normally a morning person, but I think I'm just super nervous right now. Like, I don't know why. I think like just getting up in front of everybody and, you know, becoming a citizen. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited. I don't know what to do with my hair. I think I'm just gonna wear it down. I will probably document when I'm on my way. So. So we have arrived. We're gonna be looking for parking, but I cannot take this camera inside with me. So I am going to try to switch over to my phone and see, see if we can get some footage inside this time, because when I did the interview, they confiscated my phone, so I couldn't get a lot, but we transitioned over to my phone. This is my mother.
I'm so proud.
The one who brought me to the United States when I was 2, literally.
Technically 1.5.
1.5. I'm going into my oath ceremony and I'm very excited. At this point, I got called to a window and just kind of verified that everything on my certificate was spelled correctly and they had the correct information. And then I turned in my green card, where they handed me a package, and that package had like all different kind of information. There you go, there you see the package, and it had like a little flag inside of it, and it was so cute. I did it! I am so excited. So the oath was pretty basic, especially now with COVID and, you know, the pandemic and stuff. I couldn't have anybody come in with me, so it was really just, it was me and about like 30 other people. And I mean, I kind of try to get as many like small little clips without being too noticeable. But he just kind of went over the perks of us having, you know, being a US citizen, and then we did, you know, right hand, we did an oath, pledged our allegiance, and then I got my certificate. And I'm a US citizen now. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. If you stayed and watched this whole video, I appreciate it. I really do. If you got this far, comment some green hearts in the comments to let me know that you watched it. If you liked this video, don't forget to like, give me a thumbs up, comment any questions or concerns that you have, any nerves. Don't be nervous. If you're thinking about becoming a US citizen, do it. Do it. If you're not going to do it for any other reason, do it so you can vote. So you can vote on a local level, because that's what matters. Because locally, these people are going to move on to be governors, these people are going to move on to be senators, House representatives, presidents. So you really need to go out there and vote, okay? Don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting videos every week, so hit that post notification. And yeah, I'll see you next time.